Hello guys, the Fire Brothers here. It's just me, and today I want to bring you part 2 of the Transformers trailer breakdown because I want to discuss some of the things I got right and some of the things I got wrong. No! I missed some stuff. I'm not afraid of admitting my mistakes. First I want to talk about a certain topic that has been bothering me since last video. And it will probably take like 1 minute, I don't know, give me 3 minutes tops. People keep comparing me to the Raging Nation. Okay, listen, I will admit, throughout Transformers 4, when I wasn't a YouTuber, I watched the Raging Nation. I will follow him, he's a really cool guy, you guys should subscribe to him, because I really like his work. He's one of my inspirations for starting a YouTube channel, okay? I will admit that. But now, a lot of people saying that, oh, you're a rip off the Raging Nation. You're trying to rip them off. You're a copycat. Yeah, I'm not a copycat. I don't want to be a copycat. It kind of gets to me because, like, if you guys comment on one of my videos, I'm more likely to respond to you. But sometimes I get hate comments and, you know, comments from people that just bars the hell out of me. People call me a Raging Nation copycat. They're wrong. Okay, listen. I know there are some similarities between me and him, but he uses webcam. I don't use webcam. Our thumbnails are different. He doesn't have a channel, or I do. Even our names are different, well, by a small margin, of course, but you get the point. I spent a long time watching him, and I still do, but not as much as I used to be, because I know people are making this comparison, and I want to stay away from his videos, at least for a while, just so, you know, I don't get some of his theories mixed up with mine, or I steal some stuff from him, because I want to have different theories than him, because that's the purpose of my channel. I want to get people to come and talk. And also, I know we both do a lot of Transformers stuff, but my channel doesn't do that much Transformers. I mean, granted, my Transformers video kind of do better than all my other videos, except for a few exceptions. But honestly, I met some awesome people while doing YouTube, and I'm really happy for that. But you also get your, you know, your side of hate, and that's what I don't like. I'm not a very positive person, but I'm not a very negative person. I'm kind of neutral, I guess you could say that, chaotic neutral, if you know what I mean. I like Transformers, but I feel like those guys are a bit right, you know. I am becoming a lot like the Raging Nation, and I think I should go back to doing some of the stuff I used to do, like funny moments, trolling. I'm gonna upload some different stuff other than Transformers, maybe for a week or 2 weeks, I don't know, depending, because I feel like I've been doing so much Transformer stuff that the comparison is kind of starting to show. It kind of bugs me too, because the last video I made, I stayed out until late to get it done. Yeah, I kind of rushed some of the stuff. I didn't notice some stuff, like, you know, Wheelie being there and, you know, cogman, but whatever. I just want to let you guys know that doing YouTube videos is a struggle, okay guys? Like, it's really struggling, and some of the people I get hate comments from, they don't even have a YouTube channel, they don't even make videos, they don't know the struggle. Now, I don't, you know, like to start fights or anything. I kind of like, you know, just talking to you guys, giving my opinion, you guys give me your opinion, and yeah, I do take some of your opinions into consideration. I even put some of your comments on my videos just to show that I do listen to you guys. Like, you know, like every hot-blooded relationship, I think me and Transformers need to take some part away from each other. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. I'm not gonna quit doing Transformers. I'm gonna keep on doing it. I just need a small break from our relationship right now. Sorry, Transformers, it's been real, but this is the last video I'm gonna make for a while. If we get new information, I will cover it some more time, but not the day it gets released, just cause, I don't know, it just bugs me the comments from the last video. But yeah, my next video, you guys can decide. It's gonna be top 10 Bionicle songs, or it could be a trolling video, because I haven't done those in a while. Alright, so before I cover some of the stuff I missed in the trailer, I wanna go over these new screenshots that we got for the Transformers The Last Night mobile app. And we got some new pictures. Here we see a picture of Bumblebee, and he looks awesome, okay? I think this is my favorite version of Bumblebee. He looks so slick, but I like that Age of Extinction and Dark of the Moon combination. It just works so well for me. Nothing new here, but for our next shot, we get Megatron and Barricade, and they're running a Destroy City, and I'm not gonna pay any attention to the background just because, you know, it's an app game. It's probably not gonna be very accurate. But look at this shot of Megatron. We see his ion cannon, and we see he has a shield. He has a shield. I don't remember him having a shield. What this just tells us is that he's looking more and more like Optimus. He looks like a knight, or a barbarian, whatever you want to call him. You cannot tell me this does not look like a knight. And on a previous video I said that maybe Megatron will become a knight. And I guess this kind of reinforces the idea, but that's still just a theory. And of course we see Barricade in the background. Oh my god, Barricade looks great. I just hope he makes it through the movie alive. That's my biggest concern right now. Now next we got this cool shot of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Drift. Now Optimus and Bumblebee are not much to talk about. We already know how they look like, nothing new. And here you can see Drift. You can see he doesn't have the two small swords on his back, but he has these two large swords. And his design, it's overall more slick. It looks more different than his Age of Extinction design. It kinda makes you wonder, how does a black car turns into an orange robot? It doesn't make that much sense. But I was skeptical about this design. But looking at it, I'm like saying, nice, you know? It's actually pretty good. I kinda like it. What do you guys think? Anyways guys, that's it for the mobile app. Now we're gonna jump into covering some stuff I missed on the trailer. This shot right here, a lot of people have been pointing it out, that this guy is actually how can I say this, Long Haul clone. Now if you don't know what that means, in Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, we saw clones of Sideswipe, Long Haul, several Constructicons, a lot of prototypes, and many others. Oh, Brawl was there too. Now, if you look at the body type, it kinda resembles Long Haul. It kinda does, not entirely, but if you get a good look at it, you can see some of the parts it kinda match, except for the face and the colors, of course. The color scheme's different. The face look more humanoid, and it actually looks like an Autobot. It actually looks like an Autobot face because, you know, Autobots are blue, Decepticons are red, Quintessons are, I don't know, organic. Now, what does this mean? Now, something that Michael Bay does a lot is use old models like Grimlock and gets them killed later. Like, you know, when that time Grimlock got his face ripped by Optimus. Reused characters tend to have a tendency for dying, kind of like the Wreckers. But Canopy gets shut down in the trailer, okay? He looks really hurt and it looks like he's dying, and the girl's like, "Wake up, Canopy." Now, who else did we saw get hit in the trailer and, you know, look like was dying? Ratchet. I think he's gonna die. Not only because he's a generic Transformers model, he got injured in the trailer, and after this scene we don't see him anywhere else. Not even in the junkyard where supposedly, you know, Kate saves Isabella. There, I say her name. Happy? So I'm thinking he's gonna die. Don't get your hopes up. Canopy confirmed it, pretty much. I put money on it. I put money on it. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's gonna die in the movie. I put money on it. If Canopy doesn't die in the movie, I have to pay someone 20 bucks. It could be just some random guy. Maybe do a giveaway if he dies. Next, Optimus gets the crap beat out of him by Steelbane. Now, this is good Optimus because he has the blue eyes and he doesn't have the red mark anymore. So he's back to being good old Optimus, good old Murder Prime. Now Steelbane transforms into some kind of dragon and he has that knight-ish look. What else has that knight-ish look? The Knights, the Dinobots. Now, why would they be hitting him? He's, you know, an Autobot. Maybe because Steelbane and the other Knights are serving the creators. They wouldn't have a reason to beat him up if he was good again. Now, a lot of people were saying, no, but Steelbane, it's an Autobot. He got confirmed to be an Autobot in the toys. Oh my god, you're so retarded. Okay, listen. Was Sentinel Prime an Autobot? Yes, he was an Autobot in the toys, but was he an Autobot in the movie? Think about it. He turned cold, okay? He was still an Autobot, but he was a bad Autobot, okay? Now look at Lockdown. The toys named him as a Decepticon, but did he have any relation at all with Galvatron and Decepticons in the movie? No, tell me, did they? No, he didn't. He didn't have a relation with Decepticons in the movie. It's not new to have a toy that says that, you know, this guy is an Autobot, so that means he's good, and in the movie to have him being bad. Look at Sentinel and Lockdown. They are Autobot and Decepticon, but did they have any relation with the respective sides? No. So I'm thinking this is the case with Steelbane. Why else would still been hit and could revert it back to normal Optimus Prime. Why? He doesn't have the purple eyes anymore. He doesn't have the red mark anymore. Exactly. Maybe the Knights were good at one point because we do know Dragonstorm is an Autobot. Maybe back in the day they were good. But now that they're serving the Quintessons, and the Quintessons created the Knights, maybe it's like a whole loyalty to the king thing, because there's that King Arthur, you know, medieval times feel to the movie. So maybe it's the loyalty to the king above all else. The Knights stand for truth and justice, but they're gonna follow Quintessa and her orders all the way. Maybe Quintessa ordered them to kill Optimus after, you know, he turned back to the light side. And they're gonna be like, they're gonna follow her orders because, you know, loyalty to the king, or queen in this case. I completely missed this part, but Wheelie is back and he's right next to Squeak. Now, I said on my Autobots that die list that I thought all other Autobots were dead. And because, you know, the Autobots were basically gonna ditch all the other remaining Autobots on Earth. Remember what Crosser says? He said, we have a ship now, we're leaving. They were not gonna look for any survivors, so sorry about that. I kinda just assumed that everyone else was dead. But Wheelie being alive, it's a game changer. Because this means that all missing Autobots could probably be alive and they could still come back, that Michael Bay and Hasbro haven't forgot about them yet. This means Sideswipe could return, Topspin could return, Chromia could return. Now, Chromia, we don't know what her fate. We do know Lida and RC are dead though. I don't know what this means for Autobots like Mirage, whose voice actors just die or whatever. I think they could still come back. But I would say that half of the Autobots that are missing could come back and half of them could not, because in their previous movie they said they hunted down Autobots and Decepticons. Plural, okay? They hunted down Autobots. So besides Ratchet and Leftfoot, there could be 2 more dead Autobots, maybe, I don't know, Mirage or one of the Wreckers. But we could still see Sideswipe return. And now, I think this pretty much guarantees Sideswipe returning. Hasbro knows how much fans love Sideswipe. And we did saw some toys of Sideswipe for the new, the Last Night toy line. So they could probably be teasing us that, you know, they haven't forgotten about him, that he could still return. Sideswipe fans, keep your hopes up, because I believe he's gonna return. They cannot ignore Sideswipe. Sideswipe is one of those characters that fans just love no matter what. Now, as for Wheelie, how did he get here? That's the question. Now, Wheelie being here means that the Autobots are probably looking for other Autobot survivors like Canopy and Squeaks. So we could probably see cameos from, you know, previous Autobots that were in the other movies. Or we could see their bodies around here in the junkyard. I don't know. But one thing's for sure, if Wheelie returns, then many more Autobots can return as well. Okay, so some people were saying that in this shot, Hound and the humans are fighting against Infernicus, the new combiner. I wanna say I highly doubt it, but because this scene looks like it happens on Earth, not in the big giant thing or on the submarine. Maybe, and I'm just saying. Now, I'm guessing that the humans and the Autobots here are trying to buy time for Bumblebee and Kate to bring Optimus back or something. Because, like we see here, we see Isabella, we see those new characters, and we see Lennox, but we don't see Kate. At least I don't think he's here. It could be wrong, but still. I don't see why the Autobots will be here while Bumblebee and Optimus are fighting all alone on the submarine. I think they're trying to buy time while fighting the Knights or the Predacons or whatever you guys wanna call them. Infernicus is the guardian of Quintessa. Don't you guys think that he will be, you know, right next to her side protecting her instead of being on the battlefield, leaving her queen unprotected? He's the protector. I don't think he's just gonna leave her. I think what's happening here is they're just finding some random Steelbane copies. Now, as for the night ship, okay, a lot of people say, no, it's not the night ship, it's lockdown ship. Okay, listen, guys. People call this lockdown ship, alright? And you can call it that. I just like calling it the night ship because, you know, the Knights, Optimus, it has the Knight statues in it. So I just like calling it the night ship, basically. But a lot of people say that maybe Megatron isn't here. They could be right, because I said it's either the Autobots or the humans. But we haven't seen Megatron do anything at all so far. Besides, you know, being on that scene with the Decepticons and then being on the desert with, well, I think it's Lana. Galvatron did saw the ship leave, okay? And then he left, I don't know, somewhere else. Maybe Galvatron followed the ship and then he took, you know, control of it. Because he was like, hey, Lockdown's not here. I don't think he will mind if I take his ship. And I think this will actually make sense, you know, because I don't think the Autobots will look for the night ship. I mean, maybe Optimus will look for it, but the ship left to somewhere else unknown, alright? We don't know where the ship went. But Galvatron was on a distance. He saw everything take place. He saw the battle. Maybe he saw where the ship went. And I'm actually thinking this is what happened. That he saw where the ship went, he followed it, and then once he, you know, he used the technology inside the ship to transform himself into a knight. Because think about it. Where did Optimus get the sword, the shield, and the jet boots? That's inside the night ship. He got it inside there, okay? Now, Megatron has this knightish look. He has the sword, he has the shield, the iron gun. Where did he get this knight stuff, okay? Maybe in Lockdown ship. Because we saw some of those weapons inside his ship. And maybe that's how Galvatron, you know, changed his look to be more like Megatron. No, or maybe that's where, you know, Megatron gets his stuff to, you know, build himself a new body, look more like a knight. More like what he used to look like. I'm thinking this is what happens, and I think this actually makes a whole lot more sense than, you know, Megatron just, you know, wanting to look like a knight and spawning a sword and a shield out of nowhere. I think this is being controlled by Megatron and some Decepticons. Now, something that a lot of people pointed out, it's what Cade says at the end of the trailer. And it seems random, like something he would just say out of nowhere, but when you take what he said into consideration with the old trailers, he says, get back in your hole. Now, what kind of hole is he talking about? Now, a hole is basically, you know, something that, you know, you do when you dig, it goes underground. Now, Grimlock being underground, does it ring any bells? Because it does actually. Remember that highway scene when we saw Grimlock just pop out of the ground? Like he was injured and everything. Maybe that's Grimlock's hole, like maybe Cade built it and, you know, the humans are trying to go to the junkyard. Grimlock senses it and he just, you know, comes out of nowhere to try and attack them. The way some of the cars were positioned, it doesn't look like they knew that Grimlock was there. Because if they knew he was there, then they would have just, you know, kept their distance and tried to shoot him. So I think that scene is much less Grimlock being hurt and just Grimlock, you know, being tired from digging holes or something. I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but you guys can just comment this down below, tell me if this seems plausible. Honestly, I didn't come up with this theory, but when you do think about it, it kinda does make sense, but at the same time, it's like, it sounds a bit too much, if you know what I mean. Anyways, you guys decide in the comments down below. I called this guy Cogman before. I know that sounds wrong and everything, but bear with me. Some people were saying it's Mohawk. Now, it looks like a dinosaur, okay? It looks like he has arms, but he's like, you know, holding them right next to his head. And it's human size, okay? Now, if you remember RC and her sisters, they were motorcycles, okay? When they transformed, you could tell they were motorcycles, okay? This doesn't look like a motorcycle. Now, I know that they're going for more human look, but when a transformer transforms nowadays, they still kind of resemble their, you know, vehicle mode. At least to some degree, you can still see some of the vehicle parts. This doesn't look like a bike, okay? Maybe you could say that some of the pieces here and there, but I do think this is Cogman. Now, I know he's like, you know, he's this silver vehicle or something, but Cogman's supposed to be a headmaster, okay? Michael Bay told us this. Now, a headmaster, in case you guys don't know, it's a transformer whose head just comes off and it transforms, and then you got two transformers fighting. That's basically a headmaster into a smaller robot. It's gonna be human size, you know, at least human size. And this, it looks very slick, you know, it looks very skinny. I was thinking it could be Slash, but it doesn't look that it doesn't look very dinosaur-ish. And it doesn't look very aggressive either. And he has a blue eye. What Decepticon do you know that has a blue eye? Megatron and Barricade have red eyes. Are we gonna break the cycle by having a blue eye Decepticon? No, this is an Autobot, or at least a Dinobot, whatever. And the only character we haven't seen here is Cogman, so I do think it's Cogman. At least it's headmaster part. I found this picture on the TFW 2005 website. You guys can go there and check it out by yourselves. But here we see this new character I call Shockwave. Apparently his name is Nitro. He got confirmed in one of the toys, and some of you guys commented this, and he does look a lot like Shockwave. Right off the bat, he's like Shockwave 2.0. And we get a better look at Onslaught, and he is like a mix between Long Haul and Brawl. Now, they are not exactly generic characters like, you know, Canopy, but it's a really peculiar choice. Shockwave and Onslaught, okay? Previously I said that maybe this is Shockwave, maybe he came back somehow. No, this is Nitro, this is a new character. Maybe, just maybe, Nitro is gonna be the new Shockwave for the new movies that are coming out, because we do know there's gonna be a Transformers 8, and we do know there's gonna be a Bumblebee spinoff and a Transformers 6, since the old Shockwave is dead and they cannot just bring him back. And Onslaught is gonna be the muscle of the Decepticons from now on. I have a hard time saying if they're gonna die or not, because Nitro seems too distinguished from everyone else to just die, okay? You just don't have a one-eyed Decepticon every day. Except for the last two films. That they're I don't want to talk about it. Onslaught looks actually pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure Michael Bay and everyone working there know what the Combaticons are. I mean, they knew what the Constructicons were, alright? To some degree, alright? But basically, they know who these characters are, and they know what the fans want. At least at some point, alright? Now, in the trailers, we don't see them dying. We see, you know, Megatron and all the other Decepticons being, you know, surrounded by these explosions. But I don't think they're gonna die from that. That would be way too cheap, having Decepticons just die that easily. I mean, they do die easily, especially Protoforms, but not these guys. I'm gonna say they're gonna live, they're gonna survive, and we're gonna see them in future films. We're probably gonna see the Combaticons in some other film, but not this one, because in this one we're gonna see Infernicus. He's the combiner of this film. Oh well guys, with that being said, that's it for this video. If I missed anything, and oh my god, if I missed anything else, I'm gonna have a headache, I swear. Now, I might have missed some human characters here and there, but I mean, who cares about the humans? We all care about the Autobots and Decepticons. And Lennox, you know, he's the only human we actually like. And Epps, he's also the only human I actually like. Anyways guys, so like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not gonna upload another Transformers video for a while, maybe a week or 2 weeks. I wanna do some other stuff that I'm working on. And don't worry, I'm gonna be working on the Just Wasted Potential video along the way too. So, that's it for now guys. Take care, bye.